I've made over $18,000 on FanDuel, and no, it wasn't from one crazy 10-leg parlay. In this video, I'm going to break down the 3 markets that I've crushed them on, including one market that's so soft, honestly, I'm shocked that I haven't been limited yet. And we'll get to that. I've been sports betting for over 3 years, and FanDuel was the first book that I signed up for. Fast forward to now, and they've paid me over $18,000 in profit. Using a verified third-party bet tracker called Pickett, this syncs to my personal FanDuel, so any wagers that I place on FanDuel automatically get synced, and you can see from 2023, 2024, and as of this year, I've made over $18,000 in profits. And currently, as of this year, I'm on pace to have my best year yet with this sportsbook. What most people get wrong is that they treat FanDuel like a slot machine or a long shot lottery ticket. Same game parlays, hot takes, and emotional betting is exactly what FanDuel wants you to do. It's a recipe for disaster for your bottom line. But if you treat FanDuel like a numbers game, using real data, not treating it like a casino, you'll flip the script, you'll stop donating, and you'll start earning. I didn't get lucky. I got methodical. I use tools like OddsJam to spot their price inefficiencies. And then I also leaned on a couple of sharp sports books that have very accurate pricing. And that's how I was able to pick FanDuel off bet by bet, and we'll get to those books in just a minute. You see, FanDuel is no different than any other sports book in America. They're in constant competition for your business. Their odds or prices are constantly changing. And so one mistake that FanDuel makes time and time again is the odds that they set for anytime home runs in Major League Baseball. This is the first market that we're going to dive into, and I'm going to show you my exact setup, my filters, what I specifically look for. As you can see here with some various different screenshots, this is a market that I've crushed them on, making almost $4,000 this year in baseball, and baseball season has only been going on for 7 weeks. Over here on the OddsJam Positive Expected Value tool, how this tool operates is it searches and scans all of the sports books that I have accounts with, and then just shows us the handful of plays where the books are really mispriced. So in this example with Josh Naylor at a home run tonight in the Rockies Diamondbacks game, a $10 wager over on DraftKings is going to pay you out $35 in profit. That same $10 wager over at FanDuel is going to pay you out $56 in profit. That's an extra $21 in your pocket simply by placing this wager on FanDuel compared to DraftKings. Now let's go ahead and jump into my filter section right here so that we can break down exactly what I'm targeting. If you want to try OddsJam 1 week for free and then save 35% off your first month, use my code BILLYC. It's going to be linked in the description. Naturally, for sportsbooks, we just have FanDuel selected, and this is my odds range that I love to attack. Now, I set up odds ranges of plus 100 for the minimum odds because some sportsbooks do offer you the option to wager on the under, and I'm not interested in that. My maximum odds range is up to plus 600. Typically, I'm going to find that the 1 through 5 hitters are going to live in this plus 300 to plus 600 range. Percent is going to be a minimum of a 3% edge, and then all I have teed up is just baseball. And then the beauty here with OddsJam is for our player prop bets, you can just simply type in home runs, and you can see I have player home runs selected. The date range is for today. Now here's the next key feature. We are going to use Pinnacle as our sharp sports book. I believe their odds or pricing for home runs is fantastic and very accurate. We're going to use additive as our DVIG method. In terms of all these DVIG methods, guys, we're trying to figure out what the no VIG fair odds or the fair price is. Once we understand what the fair price is, we can then determine if we have value on our hands. So looking at Pinnacle's odds right here on this left-hand side, the fair value is plus 495.25, meaning that Pinnacle thinks that on a $100 wager, we should get paid out $495.25. So any price or odds that's above this number means we have value on our hands. We're getting paid out more than what we should. 560 is above this line, so that's why this bet has such a high EV edge. Earlier this morning on my live stream, and guys, if you want to see my exact setup with my Major League Baseball home run bets, I live stream every single day on my YouTube channel. Come over and learn the strategy and process. I placed a couple different wagers like on Austin Hayes. This is normally a good indicator when FanDuel's offering a cash out option for the same amount of money that I wagered on. But look at this Jose Ramirez play. They are offering me almost $27 in profit right now to cash out of this $300 wager. FanDuel's telling me, yo, you got a really good price. We want to pay you almost $27 in profit just to get out of your position. And then the same thing with Spencer Steer. While it's a small wager, I'm receiving 18 cents in profit. And that's not obviously enough for me to want to cash out, but this just tells me that I received an excellent price on this game. Now, there was a profit boost going on earlier today between the Rockies and the Diamondbacks, so what I did with that Josh Naylor example that we just went through, I went ahead and slapped the boost on there. For a $10 wager, we already know that we're getting paid out an insane price here, plus 560. Well, now with my 30% profit boost, I'm turning this into plus 730 odds, meaning that I'm going to add extra cash onto this payout. So it's already has an edge in the market. Slapping a profit boost on top of a play that has positive EV, that's just adding fuel to the fire. So the two sports books that I constantly reference, I use as my source of truth. We've already mentioned one, which is Pinnacle. The other sports book is Bookmaker. I look at both of these sports books' odds, and if their odds are very similar to one another and FanDuel is very off, well, then this is an absolute green light smash for me over at FanDuel. And as you can see right there in these home run props, you can find incredible value utilizing a software like OddsJam with the positive EV tool. This is how you can find consistent winners that's going to pay you out much more than the rest of the sports betting market. The second market that I crushed FanDuel on was NFL anytime touchdown scores. And honestly, I'm surprised they haven't limited me in this market. I earned almost $4,000 betting on anytime scores. And this is very similar to MLB home run props. FanDuel, compared to the rest of the sports betting market, simply just provides incredible value. They pay out way more than DraftKings, Caesars, or ESPN Bet. So what we're going to want to do and focus on an odds range of minus 150 to plus 250. That's really the sweet spot where whether it was a two-leg parlay like I did here with Puka Nacua, or we're just betting straight wagers like on Josh Jacobs. This is a market that I found time and time again. And the best thing about anytime home runs in NFL with these first two markets, these are two markets that you can wager a lot of money on. It's a casual sports bettor type of market. That's why FanDuel was so generous with their limits and allowing you to place very large wagers. Before we jump into that third and final market, a couple of notes. If you've noticed thus far, most of my betting activity is with single or straight wagers. I'll mix in a few parlays from time to time, but over 95% of my wagering activity each and every day is single straight wagers. So if you're finding trouble with consistent results, making money off the sports books, put those parlays off to the side and start focusing on single straight wagers. That's a more conservative approach. You're going to find more success. Also, I'm not just placing a wager on FanDuel just for the heck of it. I'm patiently waiting for them to provide value. That's the beauty of OddsJam software, where I can set up alerts and notifications specifically for FanDuel to find out for these markets when they're going to screw up and when we can pounce. So let's go through real quick how to set up the notifications, and then we'll jump into our third and final market. Back over here at the filter section on OddsJam, guys, once you have your parameters set up, like we do right here for MLB anytime home runs, right here at the bottom, you can just click Save Filter. And then what you're going to do is just name this whatever you want. Maybe call it MLB Dingers for FanDuel. And then all we're going to do is click Push Notifications, click Save, and we're automatically going to receive notifications anytime we receive incredible value over here on FanDuel. You can see right here, it's now automatically pre-selected on my OddsJam filter setup, making life very simple for us, meaning that I don't have to sit out here on the tool all day long waiting for value to pop up. I'm just going to receive a notification. For my third and final market that I've crushed FanDuel on is NBA first half point spreads. And specifically, we're looking for teams that are receiving the points for the first half point spread. Now, I made a dedicated video that's going to walk you through everything that you need to know with this strategy, from the odds range and how many points we're specifically looking for, so that you can find consistent results just like I have. Click this video right here that's going to be a step-by-step tutorial and tell you exactly what you need to look for when targeting this specific play. It's been a consistent money printer for me, and this video is going to make life very simple for you.